It's 6:30. Straight ahead, storms in Oklahoma spawn tornadoes. We'll show you the hardest hit areas.
Plus, another crime spree for one Texoma town, what the burglars took from a local house of worship.
And authorities know why a driver rammed into a house. We'll tell you what they say caused the crash. These stories and more are next.
The news starts right now.
Texoma's #1 rated newscast, broadcasting live from 12 studios. This is News 12 at 6:30 a.m.
Rise and shine, Texoma. It's Thursday morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Rita Kotey.
And I'm Jesse Schroeder. Meteorologist Tom Miller joining us now from the Weather Center with a check of that Thursday forecast. How's it looking, Tom?
Rise and shine, Texoma. Thanks for waking up with us on this Wednesday morning. I'm Rita Kotey.
And I'm Jesse Schroeder. Meteorologist Wava Danito joining us now from the Weather Center. And Wava, what can we expect for today?
This morning, a first-degree murder charge has been filed against a Marlow man in the death of a Duncan woman. On Tuesday, 25-year-old Baltazar Sanchez Garcia was charged in the death of 20-year-old Linda Salazar. Sanchez Garcia is not in custody, and Stevens County Sheriff Wayne McKinney says he may be in Mexico. Court documents say Salazar apparently called Sanchez Garcia on November 5th, the day she disappeared. Her body was found 2 days later in a barn near Sanchez Garcia's home near Marlow.
New information now. A Oklahoma police officer who fatally shot an unarmed man will stand trial for first-degree manslaughter. On Tuesday, a judge ruled that there is enough evidence for Tulsa police officer Betty Shelby to be tried for shooting Terrence Crutcher on September 16th. Shelby's attorneys say she shot Crutcher because she feared for her life, believing Crutcher was reaching into his vehicle for a gun. But prosecutors disagree.
For the judge to be able to actually look at not just the law, but what her own eyes saw on that video. And what that video showed was an unjustified and unprovoked shooting and killing of Terrence Crutcher.
Shelby will be arraigned in mid-December.
A Kingston woman is being held on a $100,000 bond for several charges, including one for neglecting a child. On Sunday, 32-year-old Lisa Martin was arrested for that charge, along with public intoxication and 2 outstanding city warrants. Martin was with her 2-year-old son when she began shouting along the 500 block of G Street. She claimed that someone was following her. That's when police arrested her for not providing adequate conditions for the child. If convicted of the felony, Martin could face life in prison. An arrest has been made in a hit-and-run crash that sent a Bing man to the hospital on Sunday. Court records say Christopher Rogers hit a van after failing to yield near Highway 377 and County Road 1480. The van driver had serious injuries and was flown to an Oklahoma City hospital. He has since been released. While that driver was being looked at, Rogers reportedly took off on foot. He was later arrested. He is charged with leaving the scene of an accident involving injury.
A Caney man has died after his car hit a tree on Monday night. Troopers say around 10:30, Michael Mobbs lost control of his car on Folsom Road, hit a tree, and was killed. His passenger, 18-year-old Parker Mobbs, was flown to a Plano hospital. OHP says speeding caused that crash. A single car accident in Paris sent a woman and her child to the hospital on Tuesday afternoon. Happened just after 1 at the intersection of Clarksville and Southeast 12th. It appears the driver lost control of the car and hit a utility pole. The driver was taken by ambulance to PRMC. We're told a small child who was riding in the car was also admitted as a precaution. An Oklahoma man is in the hospital after another driver ran him off the highway near Hugo on Monday. OHP says 27-year-old Robert Maribel of Broken Bow was driving eastbound in the outside lane on U.S. Highway 70. That's when an unidentified driver changed lanes and hit him, forcing him off the road. He was taken to PRMC with head and arm injuries. Troopers were unable to locate the other driver.
A thief was caught on camera swiping a package off the porch of a Sherman home.
It happened before sunrise on Saturday on the southwest side of town. News 12's Sarah Humphrey shows us how it happened.
Thanks, Tom. Crime News this morning. A place of worship in Denison is the latest in a long string of break-ins.
News 12's Sean Larson shows us what those burglars stole.
Well, Denison police have identified a suspect in a possible credit card theft. Investigators aren't releasing his name just yet, but they believe this man has been using a stolen credit card at several businesses in town. Officers won't say which ones or what he bought. No arrests have been made yet.
A stolen trailer reveals even more stolen goods in Pontotoc County.
News 12's Brittany Harlow has the latest update on the recent bust.
A Bonham man will spend 10 years in prison after being convicted of a child sex crime. 22-year-old Jose Winslet pleaded guilty on Wednesday to 1 count of sexual assault to a child. A judge sentenced him to 10 years in prison. Tom Bean police say Winslet was arrested and charged with the crime last August. His bond was set at $25,000.
A North Texas officer accused of murder failed to disclose past accusations of excessive force. Ken Johnson was cleared of 2 excessive force complaints in a previous job as a Dallas area rapid transit officer, but didn't disclose the complaints when he first applied at the Farmers Branch Police Department, but then later told officials he thought it was too old to disclose. Johnson resigned from Farmers Branch after being charged with murder and aggravated assault in the March 13th shootings in Addison. Johnson was off duty when authorities say he saw 2 people burglarizing a vehicle and chased them in his personal vehicle.
Developing this morning, a Texas woman is the latest American victim to be identified as among those killed in the Brussels attacks. Gail Martinez, a Corpus Christi native and wife of an Air Force lieutenant colonel, was identified as one of the victims on Wednesday. Her husband and 4 children are among dozens that remain hospitalized in the attack that killed 32 people. The Islamic State has claimed responsibility.
Hundreds of family, friends, and fellow officers will pay their respects today to fallen trooper Jeffrey Nichols in Paris. The 27-year-old was killed in the line of duty Saturday night when his patrol unit crashed into a tree along FM 38 near Tigertown. Visitation services were held at Frian Gibbs Funeral Home on Clarksville Street. His funeral will be held this afternoon at Lamar Avenue Church of Christ. If you'd like to pay your respects, we posted the procession route on the KXII app. Also, because of congested traffic, you may want to find an alternate route.
A Hilton man was killed in a crash Wednesday morning when his car rolled several times. Troopers say 32-year-old Jason Johnson of Hilton was headed north on Hospital Road just north of US 70 when he missed a curve, crashed into an embankment and rolled. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Troopers say Johnson was speeding and alcohol may have been involved.
Police say a medical episode caused the driver to crash into a Paris home around 9 o'clock on Tuesday night. Police say the 29-year-old driver had a seizure and lost control, crashing into a fence, then into the side of a house at the corner of 23rd Southeast and Cedar Street. The homeowner says he ran outside and realized something was wrong with the driver.
I opened the passenger side door to try to get him out, but I couldn't move him. I couldn't get him across the console, and he was having a seizure, so I just sat there and waited till the police came.
The driver of the car was treated at a local hospital and is expected to recover. Another passenger was also treated for minor injuries. No one inside the home was hurt.
Authorities say a Murray County woman was likely killed in a house fire when the roof caved in on her as she tried to escape. The fire marshal says 43-year-old Becky Hill dropped a lit cigarette while she was sleeping at her home off Aqueduct Road back in February. They say when she woke up and tried to get out, the roof collapsed, knocking her out.
Officials say an electrical issue sparked a fire that shut down a popular gas station in Davis. The Sooneret grocery store and gas station near 6th and Main Streets caught fire Monday night around 11 o'clock. Fire crews say it started in the attic. Davis Fire says the business is a total loss due to smoke and water damage. We are told the owner plans to rebuild.
Well, this morning, powerful storms are moving across Oklahoma and into the southeast.
It's been a sleepless night for many people in Tulsa after several tornadoes were reported to have touched down on Wednesday night, leaving several people injured and knocking out power to thousands. Brian Webb reports.
Well, a woman accidentally drove her car off of the 4th floor of a car park in Baltimore.
Well, Lindsay Taylor Cook was pulling into a parking space when she crashed through the concrete barrier and landed upside down on the pavement.
Well, now
Ouch.
She was taken to the hospital with minor injuries, but is expected to be fine. Wow, she got really lucky.
I bet that was scary.
Now that I know she's okay, can you imagine?
No.
That would scare you to death.
Yeah.
Well, especially when the car tips upside down. and all you're looking at is the ground.
Well, and luckily nobody was underneath. That could have been a bad situation.
Yeah, that's true, too. That's true.
Temperatures are about where we should be.
About where we should be.
All right. Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us. You can always go to KXII.com. We hope you have a great day.